Hey, this is MassX with a brand new Enigma of Sepia video, and we're going to talk about who, if you are playing a Zenith team, who you really need to have on that team in particular. And the more I play Zenith, the more I absolutely love this character, and that is Carmilla. Why? Well, let's talk about what this character does, okay? The rage skill Apocalypse, it's an AoE and a buff, attacks all enemy targets, dealing physical damage equal to 104% of attack. The damage increase goes to 120% at level 2, at level 3 to 137. If a target is killed, it grants you a layer of blood rage to the character. And then at 4, you're gonna get another increase in damage, and at 5, you're going to get another increase in damage, and if the character's HP is below 30%, it temporarily grants a 50% crit and 30% crit damage for the attack, which is awesome. But what is Blood Rage? Blood Rage is a life steal rate increased by 10%, crit rate increased by 5%, non-dispellable upon taking an attack from an enemy hero. There's a 50% chance to consume 1 layer of Blood Rage to immediately counterattack, and that's what makes this character so good. With End of the World Instant, can only be triggered once per turn and does not trigger effects like combo and chase. End of the World Instant attacks all enemies, dealing physical damage equal to 137% of attack. I am finding, and she's not fully built, okay, as you guys can see, and I'm finding that she does some serious damage because of those counterattacks. The Flesh Corruption passive, after a normal attack, there's a 30% chance to inflict granulation. What's granulation? Forced to use normal attacks on random allies. That's another awesome thing that it does, because inflicting that is going to stick the opponent now with only a normal attack. That's which I really like a lot. And basically the chances just increase as you level the character up. At the passive Demonic Power, it's just your power-ups. We don't need to get into that. And Blood Frenzy, the passive at the start of battle, grants 2 layers of Blood Rage. So you're already getting 2 out of the gate, okay? After being attacked by enemy heroes, there's a 50% chance to consume 1 layer of Blood Rage and immediately counterattack, as we talked about before. And then at level 2, at the start of battle, applies 3 layers of Blood Rage, which is even better. And at level 3, when Blood Rage triggers End of the World Instant counterattack, there's an additional 30% chance to inflict 1 layer of granulation for 2 turns, which is also awesome. At level 4, when Blood Rage triggers, there's an additional 60%, so you're getting a higher percentage. And at level 5, the first End of the World Instant counterattack triggered by Blood Rage in each battle deals 100% crit, which just is crazy. I can't wait till she gets all the way up there. But she really is just a damage beast, and that's why I always wanted to bring her up, because when you look at your Zenith characters out there right now, of course, Vespera, pure DPS, period, end of story, okay? She does massive damage. That's what she's built to do. I like Bipolaris on a Zenith team personally. I'm using her. I like it because of the curses that gives that little nuance available to you. I do use a healer. I use Sandra, as you can see, and then Carmilla, who for some reason I just don't pull lots of copies of her. Don't know why. But originally I used Crimson and I used Little Sai and was flipping around different combinations. The more I've been working with these characters and the more I level them up, I've really found, and let's take Vespera off the table, because quite honestly, Vespera is just a beast, and we'll do a separate video on that one. But my favorite right now of the Zeniths, now at that mid-late game level, is Bipolaris and Carmilla and Sandra. I like to have a healer on the field. I also like to have a tank. I just haven't been happy with the tank options available to me for Zenith. I think I'm going to have to go outside that. I was going to hold to see what the next character banner will be and go from there. But for right now, when I go into battle, I'm using Vespera, Bipolaris, Sandra, Carmilla, and as you saw previously, of course, I use Giselle and Sepia to round out my team. And Carmilla is always coming in, literally, without a doubt, always third in damage, right behind Vespera, who does way more than everybody else, and Sepia, and then right behind Sepia is always Carmilla. And she is the least built of all my characters, but putting out that damage, and it's really because of that counterattack and what her skills do. Getting those extra chances, getting those damage increase boosts, they really go a long way. I really highly recommend, if you're doing a Zenith team, don't sleep on Carmilla. She is a solid character and will do mucho damage to the other side of the field. So that was just a quick overview on Carmilla, because I really do think this character deserves a lot of play in this game, especially if you're doing Zenith builds. With that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.